Welcome to MixMaster's Cocktails, where we teach you how to make craft cocktails. Today we have another treat with you. We've got Nephew Nearest in the house. Nephew Nearest with Nearest Green, Uncle Nearest Tennessee whiskey, fine whiskey.
Jay, you want to give better known as Jay Madison.
Oh, Jay Madison, that's
Georgia
right.
Market Manager for Uncle Nearest.
Nephew Jay Madison.
Glad to be here. My man Norm had to come and help Uncle man Norm for sure. We've known each other for a while since working back at 1 South over 10 years ago. So we some old cats in the game, man. But definitely appreciate the fact that you invited me out to be here, man.
Old cats.
Real happy to be here. Looking forward to it.
So we're making a cocktail for Juneteenth. We're gonna make the original Juneteenth cocktail.
Amen.
With Uncle Nearest. If anybody doesn't know what Juneteenth stands for, it's the day that the slaves realized that they were free in 1865. You guys will have to look it up. We're gonna make a cocktail, but it's the original Juneteenth cocktail. And since it's about Juneteenth, we're going to use a distiller that's the original African-American master distiller on record.
Yeah.
So,
first African-American master distiller on record.
Nearest Green,
Yes,
first master distiller.
There you go. So Nearest Green was the master distiller for a man named Dan Call. Dan Call owned a farm. He was a pastor, but he liked to do some whiskey distilling. So Nearest Green was his master distiller for his whiskey, which was D.H. Call whiskey. And also Nearest also taught this little young kid by the name of Jasper, who came down to the farm to feed cows and chickens. Eventually went down to the distillery and learned about whiskey distilling from Nearest Green, who utilized this method that he brought from West Africa, in which they use burned wood or charcoal to take out and filter out their food and water. He used it in whiskey distilling. So that method eventually became what's known as the Lincoln County method, the charcoal mellowing method that makes Tennessee whiskey what it is. And so Nearest Green was the master distiller for D.H. Call whiskey. Jasper was his name, a little kid who was the little kid who learned from Nearest, went on to become a salesman for the whiskey, and then eventually bought and took over the distillery. And when he did so, he looked at Nearest Green to be his first master distiller. And eventually he left Dan Call's farm, built his own distillery, and Nearest Green retired, but he sent his 3 sons, George, Eli, and Lewis, to keep on working with Jasper, who eventually changed the name to the distillery to his own name, Jasper Daniels. Everybody knew him as Jack. Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels. So
Nearest Green's had his foot in it from day one.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nearest Green, Juneteenth, cocktail.
Let's go.
All right. Juneteenth, we're gonna use some blackberries.
Blackberries. Delicious.
I throw about 3 blackberries, maybe we do 4 blackberries in there. Get that together. Okay. You want to muddle those up before you do anything.
Get in there.
Muddle that up, squeeze that juice out of there. Blackberries are soft, don't take much.
Right.
You know? All right, we're gonna do a little blood orange juice for Juneteenth. Blood orange juice. We can do about 2 ounces of that. Okay.
I like the symbolism, brother.
Oh yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Got a little hope in there.
So Juneteenth being the day of the true celebration of emancipation of the slaves.
True, man. We were free for 2 years.
Yeah. The Emancipation Proclamation came out January 1st,
but that's another show.
1863.
But that's another show.
And we started celebrating Juneteenth, June 19th, 1865.
Right.
So there you go, man.
Right.
I like how you brought that together, bro.
So then we're gonna do West Africa is known for the cola bean and hibiscus plant. And so I have a hibiscus cola with a K. I got a hibiscus cola syrup we're gonna throw in there for Juneteenth. Let me shake that up a little bit, get that stirred up since it was all separated.
That's cool.
Do about a half ounce of that, okay? All right, then we gotta do Uncle Nearest.
That's right.
Uncle Nearest.
1856, which signifies the year that Nearest Green and the young boy Jasper, that's when he developed and perfected that Lincoln County process in 1856.
Right. Now you don't have to shake this thing up. You kind of want to stir it up. You want to keep it pretty strong. You don't want to aerate it. I want you to know what's happening.
Yeah. It's strong, but it's a celebration. So just like Juneteenth.
Just like Juneteenth. Put that over ice. All right. Now, you just want to garnish that. I'm using blood orange, a slice of blood orange, a little green cucumber, signify the green for Juneteenth, and a blackberry.
That looks nice, man.
Yeah, then you got your Juneteenth.